Next, I want to talk about what fixed rotation does. Now, in the first video, we saw that our block actor actually smashed into the ground, and you can see that our ground was kind of moving off and spinning in space. But we fixed that by turning on or turning off the movable checkbox. So our ground, if we preview this now, can't be moved. If I were to go ahead and go back to the ground actor by double-clicking on it, and then scroll down to the physics pull down, and then turn back on movable, so our ground is movable, we get this. But see how our ground, when it's impacted, it actually rotates as well? If we go and click fixed rotation, again we're inside the ground actor, and then preview this, you can see our rotation doesn't change for the ground. So that's what fixed rotation does. When you have a movable actor, and you don't want it to rotate when it collides with other actors, you want to make sure that you turn on this fixed rotation. So take a moment to experiment again with creating a few actors in your scene. Make sure that they can collide with each other. And you're going to experiment with turning on movable, off movable, and you're going to experiment with turning on and off fixed rotation. As you use GameSalad more and more, you're going to come across scenarios where you're going to want to apply the fixed rotation. But let me just show you a quick example just so you memorize it as you're moving forward with game creation. So I'm going to go into my block actor, and we've already set up a behavior that essentially moves our block actor down. But what I want to do is create a simple rule. And if you don't know how to do this yet, don't worry. Really, this set of lessons is about physics, not about setting up rules. But I'm going to set a key command here, which is when I push my right arrow key, then I want to move my actor in a different direction. So I'm just going to make sure my actor moves to the right. Okay, so right arrow key moves my block actor to the right. And then I'm just going to adjust things a little bit here. We're going to make sure that we have movable unchecked for our ground actor. And if I preview this, my block moves down, but if I push the right arrow key, we can see that my block moves over to the right. Now, watch what happens as I come to the ledge here. See how my block actor can kind of teeter and then kind of just roll around the edge here? Now, that's because fixed rotation is not set up for this block actor. Now, what's really awesome about working inside GameSalad is as you either make mistakes or kind of just experiment, you actually come up with really great ideas for games. Like maybe you do want a game where your actor can kind of rotate and move around this surface like this, which is actually pretty exciting. But maybe you want a game where your actor kind of moves off the edge like Mario, and as he gets off the edge, he falls straight down and doesn't have this gravity-defying superpower. So if I were to go into my block actor now by double-clicking on it, and then again go down to the physics tab and turn on fixed rotation for the block actor, then he won't be able to rotate at all. His rotation is now fixed. So as we move close to the edge, we can kind of get close to the edge here, but we don't roll around the edge, and then as I come off the edge, you can see he falls straight down. So depending on what you want to set up, you are either going to turn on or off fixed rotation. So to finish up, and just for fun, I'm going to make a few changes here so we can get a bad guy that's actually circling around this platform. So I'll just go ahead and adjust the platform so it's in the center here. And we want to jump back into our block actor. And I'm going to turn off fixed rotation. And I'm going to drag this move behavior outside of the rule. That means we don't have to push the key anymore for our actor to go ahead and move to the right. So I'll position my bad guy here, and let's go ahead and preview this and see what happens. So we have our bad guy actually moving around this platform. So it's kind of a fun idea if you have a few different platforms with bad guys that your hero character would have to kind of jump on and avoid. So again, another example as to when you may or may not want to use fixed rotation.